this from Friday. Vertical angles are congruent, which means equal. They're opposite from each other, and they share a vertex. The easiest thing to know about vertical angles is that they have the same measurement. So if angle A is 100 degrees, that means angle C is 100 degrees. They're both 100 degrees. Angle B and D, so on and so forth. So vertical angles are opposite, but yet equal to each other. All right. Yes, because on Friday we took notes, but we didn't practice. Today we're practicing. And we're wondering where half the class is.
Yeah, where is everyone?
Yeah.
They all went missing.
I know it'd be 8 to 11.
They also went to school. I'm a scholar though. I've never missed school. I've never missed school.
All right. Okay. Okay. Super easy. Okay, super easy. This is all about vertical angles. What do we know about vertical angles? We know that vertical angles are equal to each other. So if they're vertical from each other, they are literally the same number, the same angle. So, number one, okay, so for number one, let's look at the information that they gave us. They gave us that the measure of angle 2, so the M over here, kids, the M, the measure of angle 2, so here is angle 2. What is this measure? 45 degrees. M stands for measure. Measure of angle 2 is 45 degrees. So this is 45 degrees. Do you guys see that? So that means exactly that. So that means that angle 4 is why? Because they're vertical angles, because they're opposite and congruent, which means focus. So if this is 45 degrees, this is 45 degrees. So I can write that down. Angle 4 is 45 degrees. That easy. We okay with that part? Okay, let's look at number 2 before we do the second part. Let's look at number 2. What angle measurement do they give you? Number 2. The measure of angle 3 is 83. So this is 83. So what do you know right away? Without doing any math, right? You just, yeah. Okay, what about number 3? Can you do number 3?
No, 3 is 147. So that means number 3 is also the same.
Do number 4.
4?
Yep.
Oh, I'm just gonna have to write them all.
Let's do the easy part first, right? The one that requires no math. No borrowing, no subtracting, 0.
Why are you looking at me?
Because I'm still kind of wondering what you did for your do now. Was that traumatizing? And then I was trying to get your attention, and everybody realized I was trying to get your attention, and you were so like... Maybe, I don't know. And I was going like this, and nothing. Are we done with all of them? Isabella, did you finish plugging in the easy numbers?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. Yeah. That's why I gave you so much quiet time. Yeah. All right, let's focus. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how it goes. All right, go back to number 1. Go back to number 1. Now I want to find angle 1, Edwin, and angle 3. Let's find angle 1. In order to find angle 1, now we need to do some subtraction. What you need to see is that angle 1 and angle 2 make a straight line, right? See that? And what do straight lines equal to?
180.
180. So you know that angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degrees. So angle 1 and angle 2 together equals 180. What information do you know? You know that angle 2 is, so we're going to plug that in. So for angle 2, we know it's 45 degrees. Mm-hmm. X equals what? So angle 1 is 135. What else do we know now?
3 is 135.
Because angle 1 and angle 3 are vertical. So once you did the work for angle 1, you also did the work for angle 3.
We're multitasking.
You know?
Oh, I think this is easy. Never mind.
Yeah. Number 2. What makes a straight line? What two angles make a straight line?
1 and 3.
No.
1 and 4.
Yeah, 1 and 4. You guys see that straight line right there? You could have also said 4 and 3. You could have also said 3 and 2, right? Or 1 and 2. Just pick 2, right? But you can't pick 1 and 3. No. Okay, let's do 1 and 4. So angle 1 plus angle 4 equals 180. What do I know? I know that angle 1 is 83 plus angle 4 equals 180. So minus 83 minus 83, 10, 7, 0, 17. All right, that's how you have to borrow. Yep.
I don't hear you.
97?
Yeah.
Yep. Not 98, right? 97. Okay, we good? We okay? Okay. Remember, there's like, I think this is pretty easy. First period, they thought this was hard. I gave them this one plus a super hard one, so maybe that's why.
Are you going to give us all another ones?
No, yeah. They got freaked out. Granted, it was really hard. No, it wasn't. What am I lying? They get a little bit more variables than you guys do. All right, number 3. What's my equation that I'm setting up for number 3?
1.
All right, cool. I'll take that. Keep it going.
Ooh, careful. Where does it do it? You didn't write an answer. Oh, it's a 0. Okay. Is it 23?
For what?
Yeah. So
I got 82 honors.
you're gonna get this.
You had a minus,
So these two are vertical. What do we know about vertical angles?
23.
They're equal to each other. So I have an X. This means it's
Oh, I did.
so 2x plus 50 equals 100. Then you solve that. 23?
Number 498.
Yeah. With what? We're on the front side.
I got 100.
You didn't borrow. You didn't borrow correctly. 157. No, we're not borrowing. It's like, it's 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Go to the back. We're going to be doing the back together. So stay with me on the back. If you are not done with the front, you'll go back to it later. There will be time at the end of the period for you to go back, to it. But everybody, let's focus on the back side. All right. Now, you might have it like this, where they have a bunch of letters. You might go like, oh my gosh, what is this? I don't get it. Somewhat, to me, it's like putting a puzzle together, and you find the corner pieces. You do the edge of the puzzle. If you've ever done a puzzle, then you kind of build it within. So it's like a puzzle piece. Okay, letter A. Name 2 angles that are complementary. What does complementary mean? 2 angles that add up to 90 degrees. So when you read the word complementary or complement, Diego, put that away. It has to be 90 degrees. 90 degrees, okay? So, I'm going to give you the first angle, Edwin, and you guys got to give me the second angle. So the first angle is angle. Remember, this is a symbol for angle, right? Focus. Up here. Angle AOB. Can you find angle AOB? Yeah. So trace it with your finger. AOB. AOB. So that's 45 degrees. Yes, AOB. So do you guys see with my finger? I'm tracing AOB. To name an angle, you need 3 letters. 1, 2, 3. The middle one is your vertex. The middle one's your vertex. AOB. AOB. Okay. So, what is the complementary to AOB? Very good. COD. Why? Because 45 plus 45 is 90. So, AOB and angle C, Isabella, OD. And we can trace that with our finger. COD. AOB, COD. So you trace it with your finger. Are we okay?
Can you put the little sign for N?
Yes, of course. But like last week, it was a disaster. Kids were having a hard time. Okay. Name the angle supplementary. What is supplementary? 100 and what? 180. So this one's 180. Okay, name the angle supplementary to BOA. Well, first of all, let's find BOA. And let's trace it with our fingers.
It's 45.
BOA. Oh, the one we just did, right?
Yeah.
So, which angle added to this angle makes a straight line?
X equals X plus 45.
No, but you gotta name. We're not looking for number. We're looking for an angle.
No,
And
E.
stop. The angle has to have 3 letters. And the letter in the middle is an O. AOD. That would be the straight angle. That's a straight angle. AOD is a straight angle. I'm looking for this angle plus what other angle is going to make a straight line. Don't tell me the straight line. Tell me the piece that is missing.
C.
Brian? BOD. Or DOB. This angle.
I said that.
Do you guys see how the red and the blue make a straight line right here? So it's this angle plus this big angle.
bathroom upstairs. Go ahead.
I thought he was really cool.
Why?
I thought I was he.
Okay. B-O-D. B-O-D. Now, out of the we're focusing on this. Have you guys ever had a math problem where they give you like a picture of a bunch of triangles and they ask you to count all the different triangles and they're all like hidden and sometimes you miscount? So this is like this. A lot of times students don't see this angle. All they see, I'll show you. Students will just see, this is the same thing. Students will see this angle, they'll see the angles with the numbers. What students fail to see is that, well, this is an angle right here. Even though it doesn't have a number on it, this makes an angle. It includes this angle and this angle. So if I just take away this line, you see this angle right here? But a lot of times kids don't see it because, oh no, there's a line there. I can't separate it. Yes, you can. All right. Let's move on to letter C. Angle AOE. Where is AOE? Trace it with your finger. AOE. Not with your pencil. Just with your finger. So I know you're not distracted. AOE. AOE. You trace it with your finger. Okay. And DOE. So trace it DOE with your finger. Okay. Our supplementary. What does supplementary mean? 180. Find M. What does M stand for? Measure of AOE. Oh. So if it's this angle plus this angle has to equal. So I know that this angle is 30 plus X equals 180. All right. Solve this, which I know some of you can do in your head, and tell me what the answer for C is.
I don't have that paper.
Yes.
I do.
No, as in I know that.
Can I have it?
Yeah. Should be blue.
Yeah.
Blue, blue, blue. No, not that
This
one.
blue?
No, not that one.
This blue?
Yes. Thanks, Sonia. Yep, 150. All right. Now, Emmanuel, we talked on Friday about adjacent angles. We said, oh, Miss Ochoa's class is adjacent to mine. Adjacent means what?
Like right next to it, no?
Yeah, right next to it. So I'm looking for an angle that's right next to BOC. We'll first figure out where BOC is. BOC. Oh. Now, in order for it to be adjacent, it has to share a line. It has to share a line. You have to like trace a line again. So which line? There's more than one right answer. Which angle is next to BOC? COD. Yes. So one can be COD. Is there another one? What's another angle that's next to it? BO. Yep. BOA. So like this angle and this angle. Yep. There's a couple more, but these are good. Good. Adjacent means next to. You might on next week's map test have a question about adjacent vertical angles. Complementary, supplementary. You might not. You will for the SBAC for sure. Okay, oh, here we go. Number 2. Name any pair of adjacent angles. Okay, so you have free choice. Any two angles that are next to each other. Name two angles that are next to each other. I'll give you a clue. You need 3 letters for each angle, and the middle letter is O. What's the first one? What? POQ? And ROS? They don't share a line.
Because POQ is 38. It's not the same.
No, they're not equal. Adjacents are not equal. They're just next to each other. ROQ and what else? O has to be in the middle. QOP. Yes, thus would be next to each other. So here is one option. Is this the only option? No. POQ and ROQ. Why? If I trace POQ, and I trace ROQ, do I go over the same line? Yes, that's the whole point of adjacent angles, is that you go over one of the two angles. Vertical angles this doesn't happen with vertical angles, only with adjacent. Yes?
How do you answer question B? Like, what do you put? I know what it is, but what do you put there? Oh, no, wait. It's the degree sign.
What does M stand for?
Measure.
So when it's asking you for measure, either you're using a protractor or you're doing the math. So let's find, Isabella, QOR. So let's trace it. QOR. Oh, so they want to know this angle right here. Okay. Well, what do I know? This is 38, 52. What together, what does it create? This creates a straight line. 180. So I know 38 plus x plus 52 is all equal to 180. The whole 3 angles equals 180. Because it's a straight line. So Emma, know we're solving this easy problem right here that I wrote down for everybody. We're solving it.
Is it 90?
What do I get when I add the two numbers? 90. So 90 plus x is 180 minus 90 minus 90. X equals 90. Do you see how, like, in a way, this is harder than what I gave you last week, because it's not just set it up and solve, set it up and solve. Like, you have to do like a puzzle. Like, okay, what information did they give me? Where do I plug it in? Okay. Name the angle complementary to ROS. Complementary means what? No. 90. Did I show you the trick of memorizing complementary and supplementary?
I already have it memorized.
If you have it memorized, cool. If not, I'll tell you at the end. Okay, complementary is 90. ROS. So let's trace ROS. ROS. Oh, this angle. I'm looking for this angle plus what to equal 90 degrees. What angle plus this angle is going to give me 90 degrees? QOP. Fantastic. Because you just got it right here. You added them and they both equal to 90.
This is not bad.
It's not bad. It's like a puzzle. Like, once you figure out one thing, you can use it to go over here and figure out another thing. Focus. We're focusing.
Are we going to have supplementary angles on homework today?
I think complementary, unfortunately. D is what? Name which angle forms a linear pair means a straight line. Straight line. A POQ. So POQ. Oh, what's one angle? Just one. That makes it a straight line. Yep. Angle QOS. Very good. Last period really struggled with this. Like, okay, maybe like 99% of you are struggling, but you're also very quiet. But the kids who are responding are doing a fantastic job. Fantastic. All right. let's finish up the front if you haven't done so. The front should be 30 million times easier than the back.
I already finished.
Okay, fantastic.
So you didn't vote.
Fantastic. All right, let me stop recording.